What's up, guys? It's Jake Lorraine back here on YouTube. I should probably use this platform more often, right? If you think so, tell me in the comments if you think I should put out more videos. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're knee deep in this pandemic. It's been 9 months or something, and it's just now it's getting out of control even more. It's a real pain in the butt. It's a very sketchy time if you're a local business owner. And especially us that are marketers and we're looking to help other businesses. Like, this is really, we don't know if we're going to lose our clients, how we're going to help them. Are they going to get shut down? Very, very frightening, unsettling time. But I realized something. If you're like me, you start out in local marketing and you have these grand plans of having all these employees and office and all this stuff, which I have. I have employees, office, all that stuff. But you see on these, you just follow like the top dogs and they all have these, people are doing all their work for them, and they're just calling the shots, and they got the big office and the people walking around and stuff. And we define that as success. Man, that guy is successful. He is doing great. I realized something just through this pandemic and just through losing a few employees. I realized something recently, that I've been way more creative. I've been like super more creative. I've been working on projects that I had hung up forever. I've been getting tons of stuff done, which also includes tons of content prepared for podcasts, YouTube, membership area, training tutorials, all that stuff. It's like all of a sudden it was like a fountain that just started coming back, and I didn't realize I had lost for a long time, like my creative flow. I realized that this is partly due to the pandemic. Not worrying about employees so much allowed me to focus more on the creative part of it. You don't really realize how much creativity you lose. You only have so much. It's like the gas in the tank thing. You only have so much that you can really put towards focusing on the creative parts of your business, whether that's making it run better. What can you offer that's better? Learning new things, testing new things, thinking them through, coming up with a funnel, a process. It's the things that you can put, you have to solve on your own. If you have employees, you start bringing on employees, that creative stuff is like gone. It's like shot, because you are spending all your time managing these employees. Employees are great for getting things that you shouldn't be doing, or they can do better, or you should be doing something else and they're doing that. It's great for that. But you don't understand until you get them on that how much time it takes to train them and deal with their problems. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, because they'll have problems. They'll come up, they won't know what to do. They'll have an issue, they don't know how to solve it, they have to come to you. And it takes time from you. It can take a lot of time from you, and you can't do the creative things that you used to do. So staying small has some huge benefits. Don't think that you have to have all these employees. You have to shoot for this and that. Hey, when I first started and I wanted to do 10 9x12 postcards. That was my thing. I wanted to have 10. I was making $5,000 on each one. I did 2 of them. I was making $10,000 a month. All of a sudden, on 2 postcards, I'm like, I'll do 3 of them, 4 of them. And then you quickly realize that it's not logistically possible. You have to start hiring so many people to do these things. And when the mistake happens, it's times 5. Like, it's the cost is so much higher. And I had this huge revelation. That was way back. I've since, I quickly came to the conclusion that you focused on one thing and built it from there. You gained your clients, brought clients in, and you worked those good clients up so that you're not having to start from scratch all the time. But something, when I was just recently, like a couple weeks ago, I'm like, man, I'm being so creative. I come across this tweet from freaking Ryan Deiss. Ryan Deiss, if you don't know, is like the top digital marketer. He's like the top dog, He's like the top, the very top, the most successful guy, expert, pro. And look at this tweet. He tweets, "Am I the only bootstrapped founder who made more money when my business was small than I did when it was larger? Scale is expensive." So here's the top guy. And here's a lesson to learn. He lost his right-hand woman, Molly Pittman. Like, she freaking skyrocketed that business and then left. And she seems like a great person. Ryan Deiss seems like a great person. But, people, you get an employee and they're really good. I've been through it. I got screwed over by 2 employees. I got screwed over by a handful of employees. But they'll probably, they'll leave. Like, that's a very realistic, probably you can spend all this time training, all this time putting effort into them, and they do great and they carry your business, and then they leave. So that's a reality. Like, that's a super reality that you don't think about when you're hiring people. I guarantee you that when you see these definitions of success You know, these people, they have the Lamborghinis and they have all the people and the agency and all this and everything is so amazing. It's not that way in real life. That's social media. We know that. Social media, you put the filter on, you know, you make yourself look like whatever. These people are tearing out their hair. Some of them wouldn't give it up for the world. You know, they've built up whatever they're doing, but they're tearing out their hair. Many of them are jealous of the person that's making $100,000 or whatever, you know, decent income by themselves or with one or two employees and not having the stress of these massive operations. Something goes wrong, this pandemic's hit, and you gotta lay off half your people. You can't have your big events anymore. Like that's probably something Ryan Dice does, that huge traffic and conversion event. That thing's probably shot. You can't have it. Your whole business revolves around this major event and it's gone. All of a sudden, gone, can't do it. I had a freaking amusement park near me, right? Huge. They can't do it. Closed. Can't do it. How do your whole thing of it, people that have their businesses rely on a trade show that comes around once a year. You know, we have the New York State Fair. Like like these people would normally spend, I would do printing for some of these people for $20,000. They would put in a print because they would get enough business to carry them through half the year and it's gone, taken out from under them. And I'm glad that I haven't spent that kind of effort and time to build my business bigger than what it is, because in a sense it was kind of already too big. And I don't even have people selling for me anymore. It's been a little while since I've had that. You know, I used to have people on the phones all day selling for me, and that just the logistics of that. There's so much effort and there's zero time for creativity because you're managing this continued influx of people, of problems, of workers. It's crazy. I make more money now than having 13 people. You know, I think I have five employees, one full-time, two part-time, one that switches between part-time and full-time. And they all do the little things that I don't need to be doing. But don't think for a second that you need to have all this huge staff, huge office and stuff to be successful, because like even you're hearing from these top people that you can make a lot more money when you're smaller and it's safer in these pandemic times, man. You don't want something wiping your business right out from under you. I hope that maybe gave you a little bit more comfort in knowing that it's okay to run a small local marketing business now more than ever. And I hope we can get through this, right? We can get through this and be stronger than ever. Thanks, guys. If you want to see more videos, let me know.